Honk if you hate Nazis. Who's the Nazi? Sir or ma'am, I can't. Ma'am, who's the Nazi? Well, that's not very ladylike. Yes.
We don't want a world run by people like Elon Musk.
So-
And it's for our future. It's for the future of our children and the future of our planet.
Who elected him? What's his...
Well, I think he's in an advisory role, which I understand is perfectly legal.
Yeah, but do you think he has the education for that?
Is this right here is a military surplus store. And what's in front of it is a military tank, which probably was from that era. And here they're displaying Nazi, whatever they want to display. And they don't know the real background to anything they're displaying.
David Menzies here in Kitchener, Ontario, and this is the site of an anti-Tesla protest. You can see the Tesla dealership to my left. It's part of a North American movement called Tesla Takedown's Global Day of Action. And the protesters' goals, according to the organization's own website, is to send a clear message that they are against Tesla CEO Elon Musk. The group says it will, quote, protest Tesla for as long as Elon Musk continues to shred public services, end quote. Shred public services, presumably they are talking about Musk's role in the Department of Government Efficiency. As of March 4th, Dodge's website claims to have achieved an estimated savings of about US $105 billion, which it says is a, quote, combination of fraud detection, deletion, contract lease cancellations, contract lease renegotiation, asset sales, grant cancellations, workforce reductions, pragmatic changes, and regulatory savings, end quote. Well, I thought saving money for the American taxpayer, or for that matter, any taxpayer, isn't that a good thing? And folks, when you look at the laundry list of savings that Musk has been able to achieve, where that money is going, it is absolutely incredible. Here's just a few of the line items. $47,000 to produce a transgender opera in Colombia. $70,000 for a DEI-themed musical in Ireland. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. What the hell? But you know what? That is just chump change compared to some of the mainline items. I'll just give you a couple of them here. $6 million to advance LGBTQ principles in priority countries around the world. What's that? $5.5 million to promote LGBTQ causes in Uganda. $6.3 million to study men having sex with other men in South Africa. Isn't that called homosexuality? I don't know. Anyhow, there's a dark side to this. As you know, Tesla owners have had their vehicles targeted. Tesla dealerships have had their vehicles firebombed, and that's a serious thing given that these are EV vehicles, and when they go on fire, they're very hard to put out. And it's so perversely ironic. More than a decade ago, Elon Musk was the darling of the left. Tesla was a sign that you cared about the environment, you were getting off fossil fuels. It was very much celebrated. Now this man is being vilified. We're going to talk to some of these demonstrators. They are displaying material I think is beyond the pale. They're calling Elon Musk a Nazi. They are calling the vehicles swastika cars. There was a lady here, she just left before we got here, but we got some footage. She was actually displaying a swastika. Let's see if they can make sense of it all. Hi ma'am, what brings you out to this demonstration?
We're here to protest Elon Musk involvement in Tesla, and we think he should step down and not mess with Canada.
And why should he step down, and how is he messing with Canada?
Well, we've seen what he's done for the U.S. elections, and I don't think he should be coming in here with his developments in Canada anymore. He should be stepping down from Tesla. Tesla's losing a lot of money because of him and because of his views, and he should step down.
Well, are you a stakeholder in Tesla, or?
Sure, I'm not. No, I'm not losing any of my money. I'm not that stupid.
In life.
Yeah,
We do
okay.
not want a world where there's no empathy. And we
Okay.
don't want a world run by people like Elon Musk.
So-
And it's for our future. It's for the future of our children and the future of our planet. And we're here to let people know that there's a change happening, and we're not going to let this change happen.
So, ma'am, just so I understand.
You can move on.
Oh, well, is it about his involvement in Doge? I'm just trying to understand your position and the cuts that are being
Why
made.
is he in the government? Why is he in the U.S. government? Why is he
Yeah.
involved?
Who elected him?
Who elected him? What's his?
Well, I think he's in an advisory role, which I understand is perfectly legal.
Yeah, but do you think he has the education for that?
But I look at some of the cuts. $32,000 for a transgender comic book. 40.
Read that garbage to us. We don't want to hear.
Oh, why is that garbage, ma'am?
I think the Canadians. I don't think Canadians need Elon Musk to tell them how to vote. I think Canadians can figure it out on their own.
Has Elon Musk been telling Canadians how to
Yes,
vote?
he has. Yes,
Oh,
he has.
who are we supposed to vote for?
Oh, I think you know. I think he's a friend of your networks.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not gonna say his name.
we don't have any power on that. So, but I mean, I'm looking at some of the
I
cuts.
don't want to hear your garbage. That's
Okay.
all inaccurate garbage.
What about $40,000 to produce a transgender opera in Colombia?
Garbage.
Garbage?
All
Okay.
of what you're saying is
How about
fake.
$70,000?
What's your
Do you
source?
have any
What's your
sources?
source?
Yeah,
for
that this has been widely reported in the
Where?
media.
What's the source?
Yeah, well, you can go to Dodge's
You
website.
tell me the source.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
But
Dodge
so
is full of garbage.
if these, okay, let me frame the question this way. Oh, why? I'm on a public. I'm on a public piece of land, ma'am.
We're done with that.
Okay, then. I'll ask these people then. Hey guys, how you doing? How are you? No more swastika. What does that mean, sir?
Seriously?
Yeah. What's a? I'm very much into the automotive scene. I've never heard of a swastika.
Well, if you're a reporter, then
Okay.
maybe you should, read the news a little more.
Okay, please educate me. Who makes the
It's
swastika?
not my job to educate you, sir.
Okay. But I don't know what this is. I've never heard of a swastika.
Then you've been living under a rock.
Okay, then. Can you at least, if that is that the make or the model, the swastika?
I don't talk to Nazis. Go away.
You're calling me a Nazi?
I know your media channel. Get lost.
Sorry, ma'am. What makes me a Nazi? And if you knew about my family history, my grandfather spent more than 5 years of his life fighting the Nazis, actually.
Then why are you reporting for Rebel News?
Well, I'm reporting to tell the other side of the story, and you're unable to answer a simple question, that is to explain your sign.
Go away.
Honk if you hate Nazis. Who's the Nazi? Sir or ma'am, I can't. Ma'am, who's the Nazi? Well, that's not very ladylike. Yes. Oh, is that a slur now, or?
Ladylike.
Oh, what does that mean, ma'am?
You tell me.
Here, would
Yeah.
you like to talk to this gentleman over here? Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Hi, sir. I'm being directed to talk to you. I see a lot of signs alluding to Nazis and swastikas. What's going on?
Well, Elon Musk supports the AfD party in Germany, and he sends money and supports social or supports right-wing authoritarian politicians.
And you equate those who are right of center as being Nazi, sir?
No.
Do I have that right?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, thank you. But I look at what he's doing with Doge. I look at the cuts. $47,000 to produce a transgender opera in Colombia.
Yeah.
$70,000 for a DEI themed musical in Ireland.
Okay. He's cut people who were investigating his companies. That's the first thing he did was cut people, fire people that were investigating Starlink, SpaceX, Tesla. So you put that on air, would you please?
Okay, but can you let me know what is it that these companies are being investigated about? Elon Musk is
Whatever the case,
employing
whatever
tens
they're
of
being-
thousands of
whatever
Americans.
they're being investigated for.
Yeah.
Musk has no business going in and tampering with the government. He has no business being there. He's
an advisor, and that's
a billionaire, for fuck's sakes.
yeah. Well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Okay.
He's using his money to illegally affect elections. He's using his money to illegally.
How has he done that, sir?
You know exactly how he's done that.
Well, please educate me. I don't know, actually.
Paid $277 million to the Trump campaign. I'm done talking with you because I know where you're from.
Oh, okay. Well, we were directed to come talk to you. Okay. Do you people find it to be a valid way of protesting by vandalizing Teslas and harassing? We're not doing that. I'm happy to hear that.
We're peaceful
Okay. Well,
protesters.
thank you very much. But you are aware that is going on.
Yeah.
Sure, but not by us.
Do you condemn that, ma'am?
I condemn violence, yes.
Okay, then, and vandalism.
Yes.
Okay, then. Well, I appreciate that. How about yourself, ma'am? Do you condemn violence and vandalism against Tesla owners and dealerships?
I'm here for peace.
Okay, what does that mean? Is that yes or no?
Peace.
Peace. Okay, I don't know what that means.
Clowns, okay? We know
Oh.
what you are.
I'm clowns.
Yeah.
I'm funny. I amuse you.
Yes, look all the beeps, guys.
Well,
Look all the beeps.
yeah,
For an
actually, yes.
hour, we've gotten 5 middle fingers. An hour. You know
Okay.
how many beeps we've gotten? More than you can probably count.
Okay, what would that be?
A lot. We've been here for an hour. Look how many cars are passing by.
Okay, then.
Woo! They're here.
What about
for
yourself,
peace.
ma'am? Do you condemn violence and vandalism against Tesla owners and dealerships?
You sure don't.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I respect that. Why do you think people are entitled to do that, though?
To vandalize?
Yeah. Well, you're aware of that.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that a
don't
valid
think
form of protest, even if
No.
you're not doing it?
No, this
Okay.
is not that. We're not doing anything wrong here.
No, you're
We
not.
have a right to protest,
Okay.
and I don't believe in vandalism. I have friends who own Teslas.
Okay, then. That's good to hear. And hey. Don't touch us.
Yeah. Can you
We
move
know who
away?
you are.
I've talked to you enough. There's nothing
No,
else I have to say.
you can move away from me. I won't follow
You're in
you.
my personal space.
Oh, am I? Your
Blocking the view.
your colleague was just manhandling my cameraman, or is it woman handling? Well, I don't know. Maybe what's a woman these days, right? Nothing there.
Better things to do. We have things to protest.
Hi, sir. You're just a passerby, I take it.
I saw this and I came around and wanted to ask about what's going on and what the position is.
What do you make of the sloganeering here? We have seen the word swastika, Nazi. There was a lady here earlier actually displaying a swastika. How does that tie into Tesla and Elon Musk?
Well, I'm all certainly opposed to Nazis and any authoritarian, like the communists, Nazi, Stalin, Mao.
Yeah.
We're terrible people.
Yes.
I don't know of any Nazis here in North America. I haven't met any. Yeah.
Indeed, sir. I would say that once you play the Nazi card, you've lost the argument unless the person you're condemning is hell-bent on world war, carrying out a genocide. Then it's a valid descriptor. But because they disagree politically with Elon Musk, to call him a Nazi, I just think that's offside. There are Tesla owners having their vehicles vandalized and set on fire. There are Tesla dealerships being firebombed. I think that's beyond the pale. These people, I mean, how do we know the politics of the people working in that Tesla
Of course,
dealership?
there's no place for that kind
Okay,
of
thank you.
behavior in a civilized democratic society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then. And I look at, the big criticism of Elon Musk. He's heading up Doge, and they're cutting wasteful spending. And you look at some of the line items, $47,000 to produce a transgender opera in Colombia, $70,000 for a DEI-themed musical in Ireland, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. Why should the American taxpayer or any taxpayer be on the hook for that?
Well, I'm not sure why people are perhaps raising their voices very loud for government waste. I don't understand that.
Thank you. I
I just don't understand that.
Okay, then.
Generally speaking, most people have been against government waste. Doesn't matter what your political stripe is.
Can you tell me what was happening to the lady displaying the swastika who was here earlier?
No,
Okay, then.
no.
What was she trying to say with that?
Myself. No.
Okay,
I don't
then.
want to talk to you. Sorry.
Oh, you don't want to? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to understand your demonstration.
Just read the news. Listen to CBC News.
Oh, listen to the CBC News.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Or read if you like to read. But just get informed. All kinds
Okay,
of
then.
news, but
But
not
especially CBC News.
that's the news. It can be any news, but real news.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So I
I'm
don't
employed by
want to-
Rebel News. Is that real?
I've never heard of Rebel News.
Oh, okay,
So
then.
good luck to you, and I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay, thanks for your time then.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, folks, I'm with Kitchener resident Jeff. He tipped us off about the demonstration. There was one last week, as a matter of fact. And Jeff, you had some interaction with the demonstrators. What were you talking about?
Well, basically, just they wouldn't talk to me really. They knew I was kind of here for a reason. They had that feeling.
Okay.
They had that feeling someone's coming or something's going to happen. But oddly enough, there was a lady with a, displaying the whole swastika banner.
Yes.
And she had a double-sided banner. And every so often she would turn it around and display a different display of, it was something maybe less profound, right?
Yeah.
But she would display something else. But every time, I even have an image of it, every time she popped it up, it was crazy. It's like, wow.
People carrying out the vandalism and the violence, they don't even know the political beliefs of the person behind the wheel of say a Cybertruck. They're profiling that person just on the vehicle they're driving. I thought profiling was very much offside when it comes to the left.
Exactly. Like profiling should never have been a thing, like to begin with. Like what you drive shouldn't symbolize who you are, what you believe in, your faith, your religion, your belief, like anything. It shouldn't have to have any affiliation to who you are as a person, or even your wealth and just who you are as a day-to-day person. But now, because of this whole political thing, you can't it's just bad. It's just become a toxic environment for everybody. It's just not fair. What I find more hilarious about this whole fact of where they're protesting is this right here is a military surplus store. And what's in front of it is a military tank, which probably was from that era. And here they're displaying Nazi, whatever they want to display. And they don't know the real background to anything they're displaying. And that's not what Elon envisioned on his company. That was not what his that's not what Tesla is. It never was. It was supposed to be a happy, healthy, environmentally friendly company. But now it's became this toxic thing that people don't even want to look at anymore.
Jeff, you make a great point. How many people died in the Second World War to defeat the Nazis, to enshrine the rights we have now, including freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press. Well, there you are, folks. These people I found were very challenged to articulate their position. And so many of them who are professing they're here for peace and love, they seem very angry. And they were calling me insulting names. That's okay, I can take it. But I will say they have had an effect on yours truly. That is, if ever I come into some extra coin, I'm looking at that Cybertruck on the lot. That looks like a beauty to me. I never used to be big into EV vehicles. Guess what? You have made me a Tesla fan and hopefully a future owner. And I think I have to revive my own personal MAGA campaign based on their comments, which is this: make asylums great again. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Folks, I know you love it when Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, but the fact is we need your help. Unlike the mainstream media that are being funded now by the carny liberals, we don't accept a single nickel from them, nor would we accept it if offered. Please go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.